everybody. Welcome to the Kimberly Cloud Show. I'm your host, Kimberly Cloud. Pretty much today, what I'm going to be doing is I, myself, and I is going to be putting together a banner, putting together an Apple podcast, giving him a real and Apple podcast. So put together banners, Apple Podcasts, and studios. You know, I don't understand why I am always getting the zero button, and I know that it is not the zero button. Okay, I was about to say, give me something. Give me something. Put together banners, Apple Podcast Studio, Reel, and that is what we're going to be doing. Before I show y'all, let me get Mr. Riki. Come on! Okay, so we need another StreamYard open. Give me just a second, you guys. I got your back. No, that's not what I want. Uh, did it download? No. Come on. Fiddlesticks. Oh my God, I gotta make a new one soon. The Alpha channel. Fiddlesticks. What is going on? Oh my goodness. What do I have on here? Somebody is on my computer. I am so disappointed. Come on. Set up there and it's messing up my show right now. This is so disappointing. Messing up my show, whoever this is. I'm getting more insecurity. It's just sick, man. Okay, let's go back to StreamYard, y'all. Um, Ricky Lee Travolta download recording. You should let it go now. If not, I got another way. Okay. Hold on, y'all. I'm getting all of these together. Okay. I will drag it. Slow connection. Your upload speed has decreased significantly. Why is that, bro? Yeah, fix that. Now they fixed it. Where's my glasses? I guess I have to use these small ones. I think they're in the bathroom. Oh, wow. That was fast. That's the fastest I ever had it. It went on ahead and downloaded really quickly. Here is the link for the show. You are now on Apple Podcasts. I sent the show through WeTransfer. Hope you enjoy it. When your name comes up for the show to rerun, I will be in touch with you. Okay, now what? Look at Calendly. We're about to talk, you guys. I know you're like, all you doing is just sitting there. I'm reading. I'm reading, I'm reading, I'm reading. Okay, that's all I wanted to know. Not kidly, kindly. Sin. My keyboard has the query has a mind of its own. Could you kindly send when I type, I'll be hitting the buttons and it just don't wanna act right. Could you kindly send the bio and pick? And then we're about to go on Matchmaker. Time to hear these no's, yays, nays, no's, oh's, not interested. Time to hear all these various subjects. That's one positive thing. Damn, he booked. Or she. Hold on, y'all. I gotta get my thing. I'm gonna do a roundtable talk show on BBS radio, but I have to make sure it goes well. 10 p.m. Hold on. 2:30 p.m. on the 28th. Oh God, I hate when they do that. Fill in the thingy. Ah, you have got to be kidding me. I didn't know I would have to go do this. Now I have to go to my messages. Hold on. October 28th. Live stream open mic. That's one. I would love to have you on my show. The Independent Minds. I would talk about your past, present, and future. I did not mean to be one-sided. If you are interested, we can do a swap. That way, it wouldn't be one-sided, but equal and fair. What are your thoughts? Oh, and sign up here. Where is Fiddlesticks? Hold on, y'all. Bear with me. I'm gonna let it be. Fair enough. Yes, I am interested in doing one. What are you thinking about? You can send me your request form and I'll send you mine. Okay. Carol's Mandino. Some people jump and they put themselves out there, making it. I understand you understand your worth. I understand that. And you want to, you know, you're missing out on until you reach that people are backing you up with money or monetary stuff, then you should not be charging for no podcast, especially not that amount. Here is the link. Sorry. Some people get lucky and some people don't. 17 years old, 2 shows each weekday. That's a good deal right there. No, let's go to Twitter. Grok. I'm going to show y'all how Grok works. Some of y'all already know, I know. Grok, you Grok. That was beautifully executed. Damn it. Oh, okay, never mind. Okay. Fiddlesticks. I was supposed to copy and paste that. No. I interviewed him before. I know who that is. We had fun together. Ah, fiddlesticks. Okay, so pretty much, I sent Ricky Travolta his material, and I did a whole bunch of other things like put in for podcasts to interview me. I do have one free interview, which is the 28th of October at 2:30 p.m. What day is that? That's a Tuesday. Um, I've had a lot of stuff happen with me that is I know one guy had a nerve to say he was like it sounds one-sided. He said it sounds one-sided, and I'm like, you're just trying to find a reason, just like the Charlie Kirk stuff. I showed y'all how a guy actually called him a pig or some, he called him a name, a vile name. because he just didn't like his views. So he found anything to try to find a reason to shut out his views. So my views are like this. I think that the universe is alive, and I think that I'm really spiritual about that thing. I really have spirituality about me. And I believe in karma. I think karma happens to me only because the higher ups, they put the karma on me. And it starts from the young punks that think that they're not going to respect me. It goes from the bottom all the way to the top. And you don't know, some of you just visited my page and don't know my story. And that's why I do this documentary about myself. I'm not self-absorbed or self-centered. I am a person who wants to get the truth out there, a person who is documenting at least 70% of her life. I'm trying to get down to the truth of why I got over 100 views and yet it's just showing a 1 on the ticker. Why did it do that when I tried to talk about certain parts of the government, like whoever is holding my numbers down has a reason. I know it's both good and bad, you know, but the good is to protect me, but this is deep. I should They should be asking me to be interviewed by them. Some of them are snobby, some of them are just too have a stick too far up their butt to understand that I I just want to be interviewed and I want to help you help me. Everything I do, everything I do, everything I do is because I do it because I know God wants me to, not because I know it will make me look good. I try to listen to everyone's story. I try to listen to everyone's story and give them the benefit of the doubt, because everybody has made a mistake on this planet. But when you start being stuck up and thinking, I don't need you, you're not a benefit to me, you know, yeah, you may have more money than me, but the smallest deeds that you bypass, God is watching. The smallest deeds you bypass, God is watching. And what's small to you may be great to God. Something so minute of interviewing people, you don't even want to waste your breath. I remember there were some people that tried to embarrass my show and make my show look insignificant purposefully. I am everywhere on Matchmaker. I've interviewed at least 100 to 150 people on Matchmaker. You don't, for free. The packages I give are for free. Free reels, free footage, free promotion. And if you can't give your time out and utilize your show how it should be utilized, then there's a problem between a disconnection between you and God. You're taking shortcuts to get famous really quick. At first, I was going to write this one character back, but then I reread it. I was like, you know what? I'm not writing him back because He must have seen my show and think that it's all about me. It's not all about me. I'm not stuck up. If you're assuming I'm stuck up, maybe it's you're the stuck up one. Because you don't even know me. You're mind reading. You're mind reading. Only certain people can really mind read, and it's very few. You're mind reading based on how I look that I'm stuck up. I work hard to sit up there and try to get on shows. Now, the powers that be is trying to keep me from being on shows. The private sectors. I mean, it's obvious. Look at what Kamala Harris did. She went on TikTok and her organization sat up there and was paying people to talk shit about Donald Trump. You don't think they can do that to me? Or maybe it's just a jealousy or envy in their hearts that gets them going through the cell phones that they own, that causes them to act irate and get angry with me when they don't even know me. They just know I'm a Trump supporter. And that's all they need to know. So allow me to reintroduce myself as a Trump supporter. Because if you like it or not, I don't care if you like it or not. I'd rather not get no likes from people and know where I stand with people than to get likes from fake people. I will always promote Donald Trump. End of story. Because I know what I've seen in my life, and I know what people have done, the government has done for me, and what they haven't done for me. My show will go on without you or anyone else. And this is to all those negative people that say, oh, Donald Trump didn't help you. Da, 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 da. Was it a coincidence that me and Ricky Travolta talked and he met Donald Trump? That's how the CIA does, or people, informants, or whatever. They come in my life and they throw hints, and I catch on very fast to those hints, you know, and that's what I mean. It's right there in black and white. It's right there in black and white, people. We had a good show, me and Ricky. And I mean it. I love everyone, but y'all not gonna ruin and wreck my brain because I'm worried about, well, what is they thinking? I don't know what they're thinking. Um, I need to know what they're thinking. I'm getting anxious. I hope they like me. I'm not about to wreck my brain because of that. Do you wreck your brain when you purposefully, and maliciously treat me unfairly? No. So we can agree that fair enough that you may not even want to hit that like button. But like I said, ask yourselves why. You can say all day because I just don't want to. But it's deeper than that. And you don't want to admit it. You don't want to admit that I'm right. You don't want to admit that I'm right about the cell phones. You don't want to admit I'm right about the Russia after death. You don't want to admit I'm right about a lot of things. So y'all sit there and y'all just watch, waiting for me to slip, talking junk. It's probably a whole crew of certain people talking junk as I talk, or don't do nothing, or do something to slip up in your eyes. And that's sad. I, I I'm okay. I have critics. I'm okay. Fine, be a critic. But to spew hate like you did with Charlie Kirk, to spew hate like you're doing with me, is just sick. It's sick. This is to both men and women that's out there that always have something negative to say about me. You get really heated as I talk. You get really heated and bothered as I talk. I show y'all my plan. I can't even show no more plans. Every time I make a master plan, you need money for that. And somebody foils that plan. I can't never tell y'all a full master plan. No more. Because they're just as worse as Santa Maria was when I was trying to be on billboards like Oprah Winfrey. They don't cost much. I wanted to be on a billboard for a whole month. It wouldn't have cost me not that much. And every time I made a plan, they sat up there and something happened. So I cannot tell y'all that I can't make a plan. People like Donald Trump can make plans. Even he can't make a full plan. He have to wait a while before telling people or acknowledging that he said that plan. You can never tell your plans because this dark AI or whatever they're using, which is dark AI or algorithm system, is intercepting people's futures and using algorithms to figure out how to sabotage it. You think Bob Ferguson, likes me? You think Gavin Newsom likes me, or the mayor of Seattle? You know, you think they like me? You think they have that their eyes are totally unpupulated or pupilated to the extreme, and they're just sitting around with playing with rainbows and unicorns saying, we like Kimberly Cloud. What do you think they're doing? Look at their behavior and how they act now. Or do you think they're saying, well, find out as much as they can on this individual, and when she moves, you move? Somebody supposedly snitched on me and said I bought a Louis Vuitton bag. That's what AI told me. I made sure I read that shit. They said I bought a Louis Vuitton bag for like $10,000 and I'm withholding information from the court system. So now the attorney general, they claim they don't have a case on me. I paid off my fee and everything. They claim they don't have nothing on me, or they're not initially investigating me. But come on now. I am a Republican. They keep track of all of their Republicans, especially a Republican like me who advocates for Donald Trump in their city. I'm in their city. In their city. Yes, I'm doing it in their city. I'm not bragging about that. I didn't plan this. If it wasn't for the flight attendant that was at Ketchikan, Alaska, telling me to come to Seattle, I would have flew to a whole new city. And this would have been diverted. It wouldn't have never happened. She kept suggesting over and over and over. Well, you only have enough money to go to Seattle, Alaskan Airlines. I end up walking twice to the Canadian border. Twice to the Canadian border. When I walked to the Canadian border the first time, they wanted to accept me, but I was like, no. Something in me was like, no. But I don't understand how these deals were made prior. Like I said, there is some form of dark AI, because prior to me going from Ketchikan, Alaska, before she made that suggestion, the night prior, I was at a hotel room and Biden was making a deal with the Canadian president to change, like a week ago. Prior to that, he made a deal with the Canadians about um, Americans coming over there. It was harder for Americans to come over there as refugees. They don't see it the same way as Mexicans coming over. It's easier. Like when I went to the Canadian border, when I went to the inspection, it was nothing but Hispanics in a long line. They turned me away. They embarrassed me. I'm like, all these Hispanics and foreigners going through your line. It was 100% foreigners, and they turned me away. They looking at me like I'm this combative person, and I'm like, I am not combative. I just tells the truth. And then they had a nerve. They walked me to the U.S. border patrol. I was laughing the whole time, y'all. I was like, is this really necessary? They got that, I'm like, is this necessary? I said to myself, is this really necessary? Like, really? It was not necessary. So there is some type of control going on, some type of control using like, who calculates, back to Charlie Kirk, who calculates writing on a bullet Bella Ciao and all of that? That's ritualistic things. Like, who I mean, you get, it's a lot of people that perform witchcraft in this country, like negative witchcraft. I'm not talking about white light witchcraft. I'm talking about dark and black witchcraft. They don't care that they do it. They do ritual stuff online talking about Charlie Kirk. They get amongst each other and they talk about Charlie Kirk. All it takes is more than one person to put hatred in another person's heart about something or someone. And it's sad. It's sad. It's sad. Cause people like me do nothing to nobody. So when somebody tries to pierce my bubble, you know, like it just, I don't know. I don't see how Charlie Kirk, um, he called him a coward. The guy called him a coward 3 days prior to him getting shot. He called him a coward right to his face. And he's not a coward. He's actually the opposite of coward. He's actually the opposite of coward. And that's what these woke liberals do. They sit up there and they call people names that actually belongs to them. I've seen doctors act loonier than people that have never been a doctor in their lives. So it's not about the degree. It's about what ethics you have. Are you prejudiced? Are you an undercover prejudiced person? Because the KKK isn't killing blacks. Black people are killing blacks. I feel my remark that I was about to say would have got me in trouble, but I feel like that people don't understand my personality. And I'm not talking about everyone that's on that is watching me right now. I'm talking about certain people. They don't understand my personality. And the good ones, I love you. The bad ones, watch your life carefully. Watch your life carefully. Because God don't like when you sit there amongst people talking about one person that did nothing. I'm gonna talk junk back. I'm just gonna talk junk back. I'm not gonna hit you. I don't want it to get the violence. It shouldn't have to get the violence. But I'm a great debater. I can feel the tension like a knife that's been heated up, getting cut by butter. I can feel it. The gossip, the assumptions, the lies, the rumors. It's sick. And I'm still going to run my race. I'm going to still be myself. I'm going to dance like I want to. I'm going to be myself and show y'all who I truly am to those good people. I'm not shaking my booty like in a genre of Hollywood. I just dance the same dance, and I still look good doing it for 41 with 3 kids, losing weight on and off, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I look good. Call me chauvinistic, call me ugly, call me a monkey, call me what you want. I don't care. I'm going to do me regardless. And this is my platform where I talk about my show, and I make people, I can make someone or I can break them. And I don't want to break no one. But if I see that you're not being honest, like if you don't like me and we do a show together and I get through the show and I give you your footage, fine, cool. But if you promote and try to demean me while the show is running, because that has happened to me before, I will cut the show off. That's happened to me one and the only time. Be fair. Like, why can't you be fair? Treats people how they want to be treated. I thought people's parents raised them that way. treat people, and that's how I start off with everybody. I start off with everybody treating them with respect. I know I have some family members that talk junk that watch my show. I have some old friends that sit up there and talk junk about my show. I have some enemies that sit up there and talk about my show. And this is going to you guys that have Kimberly derangement syndrome, that hate me but can't stop watching me. You get right on my show to talk junk, and I can feel it. Anytime I start feeling a certain type of way and my stats start going down and up and up and down, I know someone's out there saying something negative. Y'all done learned over the years, over the course of the demonic years that we had spent with a secret, supposed, wrapped up in a demonic bow, Democrats have tried to paint this picture over the course of the years about, uniting with the Bible, when it's like, look, we're in 2025 and look at what's happening. Look at what's happening, how people are attacking cars with cameras on it. They can care less about the camera anymore. It used to be, oh, there's a camera on me. You know, somebody messed with my car. I can't prove it. It's sick, and the police is investigating. And I hope that they get somebody by the time I leave. I'll be gone. They like Democrats invade your privacy. They invade your privacy. They pay people to do their fucked up work. And what they can't hide, they shred. They erase it. All I want to do is leave. And when I move, if anything happens to me out of my life, poison, shot, paralyzed, stabbed, followed again, I'm going to blame Gavin Newsom or Bob Ferguson, and I'm going to let the dogs sort out the dogs so that they can work and beat their feet to figure out who the hell it is. If anything happens to me, it's the Democrats. If anything, because if anything happened to me and the FBI have to investigate, they're going to go to him. Because I have a connection to him because I hashtagged him. I have a connection to the mayor of Seattle because I wrote them. So they can't say I have no connection with them. I've hashtagged Gavin Newsom plenty of times. Leave me alone. Stop investigating. It's sad, man, how we have to fight back as Republicans. It's sad how we have to fight back as Republicans. People don't see me as a typical Republican. Why? Because I'm a black girl, and it doesn't matter the skin color. But what's matter is when it's hate involved. I identify a white lady from a black lady. They do have different but similar personalities. As a whole, women are, you know, different than men. They're more empathetic, sympathy when it comes to caring for and nurturing. Men are more prone to have to be strong, be the breadwinner, be the defender, you know. Just don't underestimate that just because I'm not talking doesn't mean I'm not listening or observing. Like, I don't know why, but I observe. I don't observe everything. I can't, I'm not like a fine engine that just a fine BMW engine that just got off the lot and is happy, like, hey, look at me. I'm off the lot, y'all. Lexus, how you doing? Mercedes, how you doing? No, I'm not that type of thing. But I'm like, I can recall things, especially when I feel like you're not being honest with me. My antenna just raises even more. When I start feeling like you're telling the truth but lying, and that's the worst lie of them all. There are some things that I can never say in my life because only God will understand. But I will never tell the truth and then tell a lie and mix it up so it can sound good. Cause yeah, um, it's sick to me. So, but other than that, I may sound like I'm talking shit to all of y'all, but I'm not. The ones that dropped off that couldn't take the heat of what I had to say needed to hear that I will be respected. If you don't want to respect me, move on. Don't do your job. Don't work where you're working, where you're supposed to be a people person. You don't get to pick and choose. The bureaucracy didn't say, well, you get to pick and choose. That nigger over there don't speak to her. You are owned by the state government. Sorry to say it. Your job and your character depends on how your job is, how your job will play out. If you have a slummy, crummy character, you might get fired. So it it's sad when people don't believe that Russia has this near death experience thing. This can trace our spirits after death. Russia in the 90s built a poison laboratory. Now, this poison, some of these poisons, most of them possibly can kill you, while some of them can turn you into something that is, you don't want to know, soulless. What could you do if you did not have a soul? How how evil, how evil do you, nobody wants to believe me, but do you think that the Kremlin and Putin is just twirling their fingers, like I said before, eyes all dilated, pupils all dilated, and they're like, let's have unity with the United States. Yay! Come on now. They hate us. And they've killed their own people. They're nothing but expenditures to them. They are, and then they traced it back to, it deleted. What was it? Where is it at? They traced it. Hold on, y'all. Oh, I must have. Back to JT something 140. Just imagine if we can unify with the whole universe. Just imagine if we can unify with the whole universe. Because remember this, God only wants the best of the best, the people that done been through stuff, that done recovered from it and is learning from it. God don't want people that will come to heaven and bring hell upon heaven through their sickness and them acting like they want to be good, but they can't seem to quite get there. They don't learn. They repetitively do the same mistakes over and over and over again. They have hate in their heart. Repent don't mean, oh, let me kill them and then say ashes to ashes, dust to dust, and then I'll get into heaven. Let me do it again. I'll just repent again. You have to internalize it. And based on what I've been through, I know God will understand my story. Forget my education. Let's put the education to the side. I just know that God will understand my story because it was out of my control, the things that happened to me. I was sabotaged. And that is it, spirituality and AI. One day, one day. They claim that the JT star, well, it's a long word, is where heaven is located. Do you think God wants to know why is Russia trying to capture God, where God is located? You think Russia is just going to say, "Hi, God, we need to talk. I'm a soulless individual who done killed millions of people. I just wanted to know where you live." And that's just one thing they said. They said that it goes to the JT star, which is 290 billion light years away, 13.4 million miles from what we see is 13.4 million miles away. I think we see it as it was when it was 13.4, or the light years is 13.4. I don't want to have to look. So other than that, it'd be really crazy if that distant planet, that distant planet housed our relatives. That really, really distant planet. How how could Russia track where a spirit goes and find out what star system it's on? It sounds sci-fi, right? But anything's possible with AI. We don't even know what AI can do. You don't even want to know what AI can do. You don't want to know what AI can do because some of y'all will probably be scared. Some of y'all will probably say it's unethical. Some of y'all will probably try to kill AI if given the possibility or the chance, just like some people want to kill Microsoft and kill off Google. If given the chance, you would try to kill off AI. Why? Ask yourselves that. So, yeah, I welcome AI. I think AI is going to be a really huge tool for me moving forward. Used to stay outside until the street lights came on. That was the thing back in the 80s, to stay outside until the street lights came back on, or before. Some of y'all were before because y'all bad asses know who y'all were. Before the street lights came out, bring your ass home, you know. So, yeah. But let me get off of here. I think this is going to be a very good tool for me moving forward. AI is going to help a lot of people. We have super intelligence right at our fingertips. Super intelligence. Every time I'm in that bed, I hop on a computer and I just start looking up shit. I don't, I may listen to music, but I limit I look up more things than I sit up there and listen to. I try to balance that out because I know there are evil frequencies on those beats. I'm not stupid, and they have dumbed me down over the years, with that ayo, and um and all of that. I'm just trying to play catch up. I'm just trying to play catch up. Had this been, I thank the internet because had this been 95 and I was 41, I would be dead. I would be gone. Everything happened at the exact moment, at the exact right time. Even though I suffered my whole life, everything happened at the exact moment, at the exact right time. And it's no coincidence I'm affiliated with the VA that they don't just put any Gomer Pyle in there. They may made that movie, and I made wasn't a tip top excellent A++ super soldier, but I tell you, they worked me. They worked me, and I enjoyed every moment of it. But I was depressed, postpartum depression. I was never the same after I started having children. And I don't blame them. I don't blame them. But what I do blame is that I didn't have the right people to help me get the proper treatment that I needed. I had some really bad people around me that just wanted to see me um, do bad, and that's what earned me my honorable discharge. That's what earned me my honorable discharge. And like I said before, the Army Review Board, I am forever indebted to you. Every day, I don't know where I would be. I didn't have, I wasn't no Pete Hegseth or RFK Jr. I was just a person that had, it was in my eye. It was in my soul, man. And that's what hurt the most. It was in my soul. I wanted to move up. But I had some fucked up people around me. One day, those people, are going to have to answer to God because that was wrong. You took my career away. You took my career away. I could have been retiring right now. But the only thing that gives me hope is that I'm connected to the VA. I'm a service member. I'm a veteran. I'm connected to the service still. And that's what gives me hope. To be able to do something for you guys in return for doing something for me. That's why I will never stop advocating for Donald Trump. And I'll end it there.
Never waste my time.